Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Thanks for joining me for this 30-minute Yin class. This is a perfect time to just take a moment to drop in so that we can dial the nervous system down and come to a peaceful place within. So I've got 2 yoga blocks. I'll be using those. You may want to get something like that handy. Sometimes a bolster or a big pillow could also be very beneficial. So let's get started in a comfortable seated position. Close the eyes. Bring the hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's rest the hands down. Allow yourself a few moments of mindfulness. Tune into your breath. Tune into the body. Tune into the quality of your mind and your emotions. Be aware of the breath moving in, the breath moving out. Be aware of the sensations in the body. Be aware of the quality of your mind and your emotions. And just take this moment to focus. Give yourself permission to have this time just for you. Then allow yourself a long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's open the eyes. Good. We're going to start off by releasing the neck. So let's have a big breath in, and then as you exhale, let's drop the head over to one side. Drop the opposite shoulder down, and I want you to just roll your neck a little forward and back until you can find the place where there's a little extra tension. And then we're going to help that extra tension release. Good. We'll hold that for about 5. So we have 1. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel any tension, any stress that you might be storing in the muscles around the neck, the head, and the shoulders. Just melting into the ground. We have 2, 3. With each exhalation, just start to release a little bit more. 4. We're almost there. 5, good job. Okay, we're gonna come back into the center. And then another long, deep breath in. We will prepare for the other side. Exhale, drop the head over, the opposite shoulder down. Roll around for a moment until you can find that place that, yeah, that's it, right there. Good. Okay. Add your hand in. And then again, just feel any tension around the head, neck, and shoulders, just releasing into the ground underneath you, releasing away from the body for 1, deep breaths. 2, every exhalation, soften and melt a little bit more. 3, 4, very good, almost there. 5, okay, let's come on back into the center. Take a moment, give your head a chance just to kind of equalize. We can look gently up, we can look gently down, gently up, and gently down. Very nice. Okay. Now we're going to lean just a little bit back, and we're going to cross the shin bones, cross the knees over each other so that where shin bones are kind of stacked up in that triangle shape for our Gomukhasana position. You're going to settle the hips towards the ground. You could scoot a little bit back. You might like to reach over and find the blocks or the bolster, placing that out in front, maybe 1 or 2. Take a moment there, a long deep breath in, and then as you exhale, pivot forward, resting the elbows down. Good. And we can stay there for a few moments. And if you don't need both blocks, maybe you only need one, we can rest that down. What I'd like you to try from here is to cross your elbows over each other and then drape the head down. Good. You can settle around for a few moments, right? And we're just draping and mirroring kind of the position that the legs are in with the arms. You could also try without the block. It's also an option, of course. So we reach down and then just let yourself kind of fold. If it's too much with the arms, then you could rest just the hands on the elbows, but if the arms are good, that adds in a little bit of shoulder movement. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good, we'll stay. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Don't force the forward movement. Whatever wants to happen, just let it happen. Notice what's comfortable, what's uncomfortable. Very good. Keep breathing. Letting the weight of the body just release a little bit more down. Feel welcome to kind of wiggle around. Moving side to side, settling back into the center. Maybe just 5 more breaths. Four more breaths. Two more breaths. The last breath. Good. Let's inhale, release the arms. Slowly rise just a little bit up. That's good. Inhale, we'll come back up. Take a moment. Reposition. And just give the shoulders a little release. Thread the arms to that kind of eagle position and hold it there for a moment. Settling. Releasing. Dropping down, no forcefulness. Nice. If you're near a wall, you could even lean against the wall a little bit. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. Let's straighten the arms out. And then we're going to prepare to switch the sides. So we'll just gently change the position. Nice, stay for a few moments here. Looking good. Right, take a moment, get the hips settled. You could give yourself a little movement. And then as you exhale, just start to bend forward. Looking good. Feel where it needs a little extra kind of wiggle. We're gonna set up the blocks. You can set up the blocks. We'll start off first with the elbows down. Then we'll change the cross if you're going to work with the arms, and then the arms mirror the legs. If the left leg is on top, then the left arm is in front. And then just drop your weight down. Support the pelvis a little bit. And then feel the body just releasing, dropping into the ground, releasing, dropping into the ground. And let's stay for about 5 more breaths. Four more breaths. 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. The last breath. Good. Inhale, we'll lift the chest forward and exhale here for a moment. Good. Slowly bring it back. Nice. Take a moment, readjust. And we'll slide that left arm on top and then just gently reach up. You could lean a little back if you're near a wall just to make it slightly more relaxing. Bringing the hands either away from the body or close to the body. We'll stay for just 2 more breaths like this. 1 more breath. Reach the arms down. Slide it on forward. Very good. And let's unfold the legs. Walk on over to your hands and knees. Very good. Let's stack up on the hands and knees and just kind of roll the hips lightly from side to side. That's good. 1 more. Nice. Then separate the knees. Slide the blocks or a big bolster in between. You could do both blocks or maybe just one. You find out what works. Slide that really sort of into the belly and then exhale, drop it down. If you decide that you only want 1 block, you could stack them both up. Make sure again that they get kind of like a full support so there's not any hint of a back bend. I'm actually going to go back up to the 2 blocks. Usually do this one with a bolster. So now let the whole back be completely supported so that you can release down. So sometimes the back muscles really need to feel the support before they'll release. So then just snuggle in for a moment, find your connection, and then we'll rest it down. Feel the breath moving in, the breath moving out. Drop the fight. Drop any forcefulness. Notice the places of resistance. Notice the places of ease and flow. Notice any thoughts that seem to appear in the mind. And as you're here and you feel your contact with the ground underneath you, release any images that might be rolling through the mind screen, any images that contain energy or pictures of something that happened throughout the day, any people that kind of get lit up in the imagery that arises in the mind. Just let that all release into the ground underneath you. Let the cells of the body release. Any energy that's not yours, any energy that no longer serves you, let's just let it all release, drop away, release into the ground, let go. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths. Long, conscious, deep breath in. Long, conscious, deep breath out. 4 more breaths. Three more breaths. 2 more breaths. The last breath. Good. Let's inhale and lift the head up. Slowly, nice and slowly, just walk it on up. We'll remove the bolsters or remove the blocks and situate them a little bit to the back. Drop your knees in. We'll walk forward and across the shin bones. Now we're going to set up for Matsyasana, or our fish pose. So there are a couple of different ways where you could set up. We can explore what height that back block wants to be. So we could try to make a T shape with the blocks and then place that lower block kind of at the very lower connection around the lower ribs, and then kind of take a moment to make sure that that feels really supported, and the other block comes in at that T-shaped position. You can also explore if all the way back is better for you. Sometimes that can place a little bit of tension around the neck, so you may want to just make sure that it feels good for you. If you want it more relaxing, try that T-shape. Take a moment, and then again, make sure it's a really good position. I'm gonna have the block kind of gently pressing into the upper back, and then we extend, and a big breath in. Nice. Big breath out. Close the eyes. Settle in. Feel the heart expand, feel the rib cage, muscles of the back. Notice how the back muscles respond to being on the block. Notice how the neck muscles respond. Allow yourself to feel your contact with breath, body, and mind. You might notice that you can feel the nervous system just kind of starting to dial down. That's good. As the muscles kind of get their cue to relax, to release, you can follow that. Any places of tightness in the body, see if you can tune into those places, soreness, tightness, and then just allow them to release. Feel the breath moving in, the breath moving out, allowing the mind to just shift into that meditative state. Let it feel like you just keep dropping in. Keep dropping in. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths, so let these last breaths be long, deep, and harmonious. Four more breaths. Three more breaths. Two more breaths. And one more breath. Long, deep breath in. And exhale. Release through the legs. Let's bend the knees gently. Inhale to gently lift up, removing the block from the thoracic spine, removing the block from behind the head, just shifting those over to the side. Take a moment in constructive rests. Very good. The pelvis settled nicely on the ground. And separate the knees and the arms. Let's lie down and take rests. Notice the sensations in the body. Any strange sensations, any new sensations, any familiar sensations, any sensations through the chest, the throat, the rib cage, the heart. And then allow the body to just release everything into the ground. Release. Release. Release more and more. Slowly bring your attention back to breath, body, and mind. And allow yourself a long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's start some little movements to reawaken the body, finding your way to bending the knees and the elbows back to constructive rest. Settle for a moment. And then draw the knees gently into the chest, giving yourself a light squeeze. Good. We'll roll a little bit over to the side. And then inhale, we'll come all the way up. Find your comfortable seated position again. Close the eyes. Connect into that deep feeling of peace, release, and wholeness. And make the commitment to share whatever peace, whatever harmony you have felt with all beings in your life. Let there be a genuine wish for all beings to find real peace, real happiness, and real love. Let's bring the hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love. Namaste.